mental model here. So there's one more, like humanizing brands. Say like so I told you about one of the recent one, Fueler and the internet, right? So it explains this mental model that it explains the situation currently on the internet. So there are a lot of people who know about Fueler, but they're not our users, right? So they're not using Fueler, but they know about Fueler, right? So I'm just trying to explain the thing to the team, right? So I tried to draw the whole thing, a big circle, right? Then it has like small islands, right? And each island represents, a different social media platforms, right? LinkedIn, Twitter, Medium, and the size of the island represents the quantity of people know from each platform, right? So that is something like I explained. I have drawn on the paper, right? So that I can put this on the meeting and tell the team like this is the present condition of our brand awareness on the market, on the internet, right? So let's go and find out more ways to increase it, right? So that is how we take our decisions, right? So there's one more interesting one. It's called humanizing brands. Okay, so I have named this brand date, right? So there's this term this is something I myself have named it, so it's called brand date. So we usually go with people for date, right? So similarly happens for a brand. Okay, so for example, what usually happens is whenever you come across a new brand, okay, and you get to know about them, it's called brand date. So that is the first time, okay. And what happens next is whenever you get to see them again, okay, someone else talking about it, so again it creates much more impact in your mind, so it's like there's a small dent in your brain, so that dent eventually gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So I try to explain this phenomena here, right? So here the dent is very small, then it gets bigger, okay. Also it has a circle around it, right? So it explains the influence that product has in you, right? So eventually you can see the next step is how the influence increases, right? And how you get into that zone, okay, where you are much more into the product, where and this is where you are fully occupied with the product itself. And this is, for example, the simple example here is Spotify, okay. Not just Spotify, a lot of example. I can give an example on your mobile, okay, like this laptop, MacBook, Apple, whatever, everything has worked this way, right? So you must have heard it from someone, okay, that eventually it made an impact in your mind, okay. Then eventually you got more influenced by it, okay, and you were I have to get it, right? So someday you have got it, isn't it? So the reason I took Spotify is very simple, because a lot of people they have heard of Spotify, okay, but they haven't used it, okay, because especially from India, right? Because it was not available in India, right? So you had to use VPN or other method to use Spotify. But once it was in India, a lot of people adopted it. So the point I'm trying to explain here is through this mental model is brand date, okay, and obviously how brand they humanize themselves so that they're easy to get into the lives of the people. So the way I see it here is the equation, right? So each and every product that is in our life, it's about equation, right? So say for example x plus y equal to z, right? So when a product comes to your equation, say for example x plus y plus your product equal to z square. So that square is the x factor that has been created by a product, right? So that is the purpose of a product in your life, right? So that is how we see product. That is how we have been building Fueler, okay? Because all of this principle, all of this principle that we have learned throughout the year, and this is something we are trying to implement at Fueler so that we can give you the best experience whenever you are learning about us. So this is everything about this video. I hope this video has been useful for us. I share this pictures, I click them and I put it on my IG. Please go follow me on IG, Instagram, okay? It's there on my highlight think and draw TND, okay? You will find a lot of mental models there. I have drawn, I don't know should I call it mental model or not, that is again very fancy. I have a lot of them, okay. Once I am going to put this on my newsletter as well, so if you're not subscribed yet, please go check it out. It's called the Hustle Book, so it's going to be very amazing because I have a lot of amazing things to put it up on there. Okay, so yeah, this is everything about this video. I hope this video is useful for you. You enjoyed watching this, and obviously I hope that you have learned something new from here. Okay, so if you are someone who love drawing and stuff, please let me know. Share with me, DM me on Twitter or any place, right? So yeah, I'll see you again. Bye bye.